she's bullied. She feels intimidated. Let's bring in our expert, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor Monica Lindstrom. Is this effective, Monica? Do you think that jury is feeling for her as she lays out these examples of his anger?
You know, it's very possible because she's going on and on and on and on and on about how angry he was. But we've heard a lot about the Jodi fatigue. It's like a syndrome at this point. People in the gallery are starting to get bored. They're starting to get antsy. We're hearing reports that the jurors today are kind of swiveling in their seats, kind of looking around, maybe wondering what they're going to have for lunch. So I think that it's lost some of its effectiveness because we've heard so many days of this, and now we're hearing so many text messages. I think it's fairly safe to say that the jury understands Travis Alexander was mad at times and sent her text messages where he was angry. So maybe if it was a couple days ago, it would be more effective. I think it's just kind of glossing over some of the jurors at this point, but the defense has to do what they can.
Okay, so well let's hit on that, and we're going to be playing some more testimony here over the next hour. But let's hit on what you call Jodi fatigue. I mean, she's been on the stand. This is day 7. But on a calendar, this trial has been stuck with her on the stand for what, this is week 3? Is a jury fatigued? And when Juan Martinez takes over, does he keep that in mind and maybe shorten things up? Or does he got to go for it regardless?
I think right now, if the jury's tired of Jodi, part of it is because they are just anticipating Juan Martinez to get a hold of her so badly. Everybody wants that. So if they're fatigued right now, I think all of that will go away as soon as Juan Martinez gets up there because everybody's expecting fireworks. So I don't think we need to worry about that. One thing about jurors a lot of people don't realize until they have been a juror is that they take their job very seriously. I have talked to a lot of jurors over the years, and even on my one-day trials, when I go talk to them, I think, well, did you really like your service? Did you take it seriously? How did you feel about that? And almost every single one that stays behind to talk says, look, this was very important to us. Although everybody tries to get out of jury duty, we know how important it is. So I think that even if they are getting tired of hearing the same stuff from Jodi over and over again, in the back of their mind, they're still thinking, hey, look, this is a serious situation. We have a serious job. And even when we're getting tired, we need to grab that 5-hour energy or something and just keep paying attention because her life is on the line.
Absolutely. You say this is a death penalty case. What she says, how she said it, if she's believable, credible, could decide whether she's found guilty, whether she lives or dies. Hey, on that front, because I don't believe, if you're Juan Martinez, he's known as the fiery guy, I don't think he's backing off at all, and I don't think he's going to shorten anything either. I mean, I think he's got to go for it and go over all these things and basically try and rip her apart.
I agree with you. Juan Martinez is a very strong, confident personality in the courtroom. I don't think he's going to back down too much, but he's going to keep his eye on the jurors. And if he sees that they're starting to kind of take a little bit offense at what he's doing, or they're trying to back away from him a little bit, getting a little uncomfortable, he might take it down a notch or two just to bring them back into the fold. As a trial attorney, you have to look at that kind of stuff because you don't want to alienate your jury. You don't want to put them on the defensive, so to speak, or just not listen to what you're saying. So he'll pay attention to that. He'll continue to go after her on all the important stuff. I think a lot of these details that she's getting into doesn't really matter for Juan Martinez. He's going to just show those pictures of the crime scene. He's going to talk about, you know, how she kept coming back. And even if all these text messages showed that Travis Alexander was angry, they didn't show him jumping in the car, driving up to her in California to beat her up or to abuse her or push her down and choke her out. So I think he'll skip over a lot of these details and just hit on the really important ones.
Yeah, and we're still waiting. We thought today might be the day. We're hearing word from the courtroom, some extra chairs in there. Maybe this is the day we hear about the killing. We're not there yet. If we're going in chronological order, we're still early May. We're still a month away, but we'll see. Let's take a quick break. Monica's coming back. We're going to be checking in with somebody who was in that courtroom. And how